I absolutely love it when people become naturalized U.S. citizens. It's the end of your immigration journey. The Trump administration announced today that they're going to make the process of becoming a naturalized U.S. citizen much harder, and I'm going to tell you all about it in today's video. What's up, everybody? I'm Josh Goldstein. I'm an immigration lawyer here in Los Angeles, and I want to welcome you to Immigration Station. At this channel, we're all about you and helping you get unstuck so you can achieve your immigration dreams. And there's no dream bigger than becoming a U.S. citizen. It gives you a permanent place in the United States. No one can take that away from you when you're a U.S. citizen. You can vote, you can live outside the United States. You are free from the immigration system. You're out of it. And I love helping people do that. Today, Donald Trump, the Trump administration, announced new rules that are going to make it significantly harder for people to become U.S. citizens. And they're doing that by changing the naturalization exam to make it more difficult. Let me explain exactly what this is and how they're making it more difficult. To become a U.S. citizen, you have to pass all sorts of requirements. There's an examination at the end of the process where you meet with an immigration officer, and that officer reviews your naturalization application, and they give you two tests. They give you a test to test your English. Even if you're from England, you have to pass this test. It's a basic proficiency test. This test is not going to be changed in any way. It's going to remain the same. But there's a second test, a test on civics. The civics test evaluates whether you know the basics of American history, government, and values. The Trump administration wants to make this test, the civics test, much harder. They want to make it more difficult for people to pass this test. They are increasing the number of questions. Right now, there are 100 possible questions for the test. They're going to add 28 additional questions. The second change that they're making is they're going to double the number of questions. Right now, there are 10 questions and you need to answer 6 correctly. They're going to make you answer 20 questions and you have to get 12 of the 20 correct. This new, more difficult civics test applies to any naturalization applicant who applies on or after December 1st. If you're thinking about applying for naturalization, I recommend that you do so immediately before this start date. This proposed change in the naturalization exam reminds me of what the southern states did during the Jim Crow era. What they did is they imposed a literacy test to make it difficult or impossible for people to register to vote. And I think that's what's going on here. The Trump administration wants to make it harder, not easier, for people to become naturalized U.S. citizens. There are a few things that I expect to come out of this new exam. First, I think there will be litigation to challenge the fairness and reasonableness and legality of the new, more difficult exam. The second is that on January 20th, Joe Biden becomes president and takes over from Donald Trump. Joe Biden is going to make sweeping changes to immigration and undo many of the restrictions that Trump has put into place. This more difficult naturalization exam is going to be on the chopping blocks. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Biden hits the Control-Z on this harder test. That's what you have to look forward to. If you have questions about naturalization or you need help, reach out to me, and I'll see you in the next video.